Let's talk Villa. And first of all, a couple of things to address as we get into this video. You've seen the title, you've seen the thumbnail. You know to like, you know to subscribe for the best Aston Villa content around on YouTube. Put the notification bell on for more. First of all, people that are saying that Aston Villa are just exploiting loopholes and we're little PSR mules. You've seen the title, mate. We've just rejected Giovani Celso plus £20 million for Jacob Ramsey. That's pure profit, by the way, because he's an academy player. And I think in doing that, Emery has given a big hint into how we might line up and play next season, because apparently Jacob Ramsey is going to be a key component in Aston Villa's first season back in the Champions League. Clearly rated highly by Emery, struggled with injuries last season. We're going to have a look, one, at this deal and what it could have meant, but two, at how Jacob Ramsey could be Villa's key player next season. So what was the deal itself? It was Jacob Ramsey going to Tottenham, and in return they were going to give us Giovani Celso plus £20 million in cash. Now, I don't think they actually bring it in a briefcase and deliver it, but that's the sum that was on the table. Now, Jacob Ramsey, 23 years old, struggled with injury last season. It was an injury that he picked up for England under 21s in their version of the Euro or World Cup the summer before, and he just keeps on suffering a reoccurrence of that injury, not really being able to get back to fully fit this season. He had spells in the team, he had that good cameo against Brighton, but never really recaptured the sparkle that he had the season before. Now, the fact that we're rejecting this deal, though, tells me three things. One, I don't mean to swear at you, we'll go this way. One, it's really hard to do this way, but one, we believe he's going to be back to full fitness next season, that he is going to be ready, willing and able to play 30 plus games. Two, we'll go for this one, I think Emery thinks he's going to be a key player. He's already come out and said it. Allegedly, the reason we've rejected this deal and said that Jacob Ramsey's untouchable is because Emery really wants him to be a key part of the squad. And number one, the PSR deadline's on the 30th of June. We've just rejected a player and £20 million of pure profit. I think we're in the clear. I think the Douglas Luiz deal, the Amari Kellyman deal, getting rid of players like Sanson and Coutinho to get them off the wage bill, I think that has all contributed to Aston Villa officially being in the clear of any FFP or PSR wrongdoing. The accounts have been reset, and now we can start to build a bit of a team. But how does Jacob Ramsey fit into that? Let's go in to my fancy online tactics board. It's a way that we could possibly line up next season, and I'm about to show you why our depth could be quite scary. Again, I've just picked a random player to partner Watkins up front. I'm sure you've seen the last video on the channel about Maximilian Bayer. We don't know what's going to be happening with John Duran, so I've put Diaby in there, obviously the likes of Bailey. I've put Barenshia in there purely because I don't think Kamara's going to be back fit. McGinn over Tielemans purely because he's the captain, but again, we might go out and sign a marquee centre-back, and then Maatsen as well. And Ramsey, I think, would probably be starting off the left, but of course we'd probably be seeing him operating in and around these positions, whilst the likes of McGinn pushes into there. They can be quite compact, leave Bailey out there, Maatsen gets forward, Barenshia sits, and that's the kind of depth that Ramsey offers, and that's how I see him playing. Obviously he might be playing out on the left a bit more. We've seen him operate in and around those channels. I like the partnership he has with Watkins. How many times have I seen when Watkins drops in a little bit deep, Ramsey receives the ball here, it's there, boom, 1, 2, Watkins plays Ramsey in, and he's comfortable operating in and around the box as well. And Diaby might even push out wide and allow Ramsey to almost come in and play as that shadow striker with Watkins. Now, where it gets a little bit exciting is the fact that if we think that Ramsey's such an important player, well, he could be playing in here, and McGinn could play out there. Let's not forget he started his career with Villa as a central attacking midfielder. If we have the likes of Barenshia in there, who is a defensive midfielder, perhaps we're going to see a little bit more of a diamond like that operated by Unai Emery. Or, may I say this, he starts in there with McGinn. Perhaps McGinn takes a bit more of a defensive role in this Villa lineup, and then that allows us to bring in, well, how about one of our best performers last season? You get Morgan Rogers onto the pitch. It adds another dimension, another layer for us. Perhaps we can have two McGinns. I don't think there's enough room on the pitch for the arse of two McGinns, but McGinn's in there Ramsey stays in his central role, and then if I'm editing the right McGinn, Kamara comes in. That's another depth option for us. You know, Ramsey could also start in that split striker role. Maybe that's where he sees him. That allows McGinn to come into the middle with Kamara, a partnership that I think would work very, very well. And then, yes, Diaby gets dropped, but Rodgers comes back in there. Look at that for a starting lineup. And I think Ramsey could operate in that number 10 role in behind Watkins very, very well. So, I mean, I think that's probably why Ramsey is so important, because he could literally play 4 or 5 positions and play them all very well. But comment down below, what do you think would be his best position for Villa next season? So what does that also mean for other signings this season? I think left mids, we're done. You're not going to see another left mid or left winger come into the club now. We've got Rodgers, we've got Ramsey, Illing Jr. could even play there, even though I think I see him more as a left back. Diaby and Bailey have both come across and played on the left. John McGinn played a lot of this season coming in off of the left to allow Louise, who has obviously left, and Kamara to play in the middle. So at left mid, we're fully stacked. Like I say, he can also come in and play centre mid. I still think we might make another centre mid marquee signing, and I'm going to make a video on it soon, but I think John McGinn's time in the starting lineup might be coming to an end. We've also got Yuri Tielemans to think about, to factor in, and it could also impact our striker business, because Jacob Ramsey, like I say, could be being retrained and using this time away from actually being on the pitch and being with, you know, the analytic team, the tactic team, Emery's team behind the scenes, to learn how to play that second striker role. And I think he could flourish in that. I think as he gets a little bit better in front of goal, he could be dangerous in that position. But what I do like is the fact that for PSR, if we rejected a deal like that, it means that we are in the driving seat and we're ready to go and have a massive July, get a team that builds around Jacob Ramsey. He's 23 years old. He's an absolute star in the making. I think he's going to be an England player by the end of next season if he can stay fit, alongside, I think Morgan Rogers will probably be an England player as well. You know, we've got so much exciting young talent. Jacob Ramsey's just the tip of that iceberg. We're signing a lot of young players as well, but I really like the fact that he is going to be around, and a homegrown boy, one of our own, is going to be playing in the Champions League for Villa next season. Leave your comments down below. Do you think we should have taken the deal? I mean, Giovani Celso is a very, very good player as well, very competent and world-class centre mid on his day. £20 million is also a nice sum to have in the bank. What do you think though? Leave your comments down below. I will see you guys very soon. As always, up the Villa, and peace.